Okay, so very quickly, let's talk about the Cursed Card Sleeve Pack and how to sleeve your cards. So, the easiest one to start with is going to be the combat cards because it's the only playing card of this size, and of course the accommodating sleeve is that size. So, it is going to have the frame that matches the combat card, and we actually, it is of course up to you. You could put the sleeve oriented such that the frames match up. But we quite like all the sleeves in this manner. So there you go. Hopefully that's in frame. And once again, that's the combat card. But should be quite straightforward because that's the only one of this size. Another one that's quite easy to identify is going to be the trap card. It's got a spider theme, much like the card itself. So it's got the spider web and gem in the four corners. As well, of course, it's going to match the card art and frame. So there we are, and I'm going to say it again. Hopefully this is in, quite visible for you at home there. So let's move on to the 4-speed mine cards. So for the 4-speed mine cards, we've got this gold frame, and so it's gonna, the 4-speed mine don't have this frame on this side, but it does kind of match the aesthetic. So, ooh, the Rune Blade, we talked about that one earlier. Love that weapon in the speed deck, oh my gosh. So 4-speed mine, it's gonna have this sleeve. And away we go. Perfect. Next to the Vampire Quest card, it is again going to match the frame, the actual frame on the other side of the card. And so quite straightforward there, but yeah, handy little guide video just in case you're having trouble. So it's gonna match the frame on the other side there. And then this now we're getting to, well, we'll get to the trickiest one in a second, but another straightforward one, it's the Cursed Card sleeves. It's gonna match the frame on the other side with this kind of red dragon gargoyle frame. And, of course, once again, feel free to match the card sleeve up if you want to flip it around so it's actually on, doubling up the frame, so to speak. But we like it in this manner. There you are. That's the Curse card. And then finally, the Solo, the Blood Dojo, the Solo and Cooperative, the Blood Dojo cards are also going to utilize the Curse card frames. Okay, so that same red gargoyle dragon guy frame. And the Blood Dojo deck, that was a late addition to the game, so that was that's kind of why, and also manufacturing issues. We had 5 unique frames, and that was kind of the upper limit we could do. So, so that one is doubled up with the Curse cards and the Blood Dojo. One thing to be aware of with the combat cards, if you do have the Collector's Edition, the Collector's Edition has the hollow foil boss cards. So there's 6 hollow foil boss cards in that deck, and we kind of gave a bonus, if you will. We got a lot of requests from some backers and people in the community that wanted us to include the regular boss versions as well as the hollow foil. That way, if you wanted to preserve the hollow foil boss cards, you could. And so, for that reason, Collector's Edition is going to have duplicates of the boss cards. So you're not going to be able to sleeve, both the hollow foil and the base version. So, the hollow foil cards do come in their own individual packaging. So if you do want to preserve those, you can leave them in there. And that is it for the card sleeve pack. If you have any questions, feel free to always reach out to us and we'll do our best to assist. We'll see you in the castle.